Hey guys, it's Trish here with a card for you featuring some of the homework that I am completing for the online card class, Clean and Simple number 4. This technique happened to be taught, I believe, on day 3, and unfortunately I'm behind on my homework, so let me jump right into it. I have a piece of Neenah 80-pound cardstock in white, solar white I believe, and I have it cut down to 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I'm saturating the whole piece of paper with some of the Simon Says Stamp Golden Locks ink, and then I'm going in with some of the Simon Says Stamp Sunshine ink, and I'm just using that to blend around the edges to just really intensify that color around the edge. Next, I'm going in with the Clearly Besotted Basic Stripe stamp set, and I'm using the single stripe that you see. It's the boldest of all of them, and I'm going to be creating some rays for my light bulb that I'll be attaching later on. And so what I've done is on this piece of inked up cardstock, I've actually heat set it to make sure that it's completely dry. And then I'm taking my Versamark ink pad and I'm going to be stamping this on top of this sheet. Now this technique was taught by Jennifer McGuire and it seems to work best, she stated, with Simon Says Stamp ink or Hero Art Shadow ink. They have the same type of formulation of these dye-based inks, so that's what I would recommend using. As you see, I've used the Simon Says Stamp and it works great, so just keep that in mind if you do attempt this technique. So I'm just going to repeatedly stamp this wide strip stamp all around the right side of my cardstock, kind of creating a fan. And then I'm going to go ahead and heat set that, and you'll see that the stripes really stand out. You'll see as I hit it here with my heat tool, those stripes really start to pop out, but unfortunately it wasn't as intense as I would like it. So I'm actually going to re-ink my stamp and put another layer of Versamark ink over each stripe to really make them pop. And this kind of reminds me of what the colorless blender does when you're coloring with Copics. It kind of just pushes the ink away, and it just looks awesome. It's right there on the left hand side, and that's really the look I was going for. So next I'm going in with the My Favorite Things What's Up stamp set, and I'm stamping my sentiment on the same color cardstock. It's the Neenah Solar White in 80 pounds, and I've stamped it in Simon Says Stamp Fog ink in the center because I didn't want it to be too drastic with black ink, so I went with the soft gray with the fog. And I'm also using the coordinating die set for the stamp set for My Favorite Things, which is the light bulb die. And I've just cut that plain out of the same white cardstock and I attached it to the right side because, like I mentioned, I wanted those lines to appear to be rays from my light bulb. So once I've adhered everything down, I'm going to attach it to my card base. Now my card base is an basic A2 size card measuring 5 1/2 by 4 1/4, and it's just out of some basic gray cardstock that I had laying around. And I'm attaching my front panel just directly on the cardstock. Once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and just take a basic red heart. This is just using a punch and using it on some red cardstock. I tend to punch out or die cut a lot of these all at once in different colors because I use them quite a bit. So this is just out of some basic red cardstock, and I'm using some foam adhesive to attach that onto the center of my light bulb. And of course, none of my cards are complete without a little bit of shimmer. So I am using the Wink of Stella glitter brush pen in just clear, and I'm coating the heart in that. And I felt like it needed even more dimension than it already had, and so I'm using some glossy accents on the heart. And you'll see here that I'm using this brand new fine line tipped bottle. This was something that I saw on Jennifer McGuire's Instagram and recent videos, and as soon as I saw it, I really just jumped on purchasing. Normally I like to get a review on something, but I have a really bad time with having my glossy accents and multimedia matte glue clogging in its bottles, and it becomes very frustrating after a while. So as soon as I saw it, I ordered it. I have filled one of them. The pack comes with 2 bottles. I've filled one of them with glossy accents, and I haven't yet filled the other one with the multimedia matte glue. But so far, I'm really loving this because it really puts out a fine line of the adhesive, and it does not clog because of the cap, which is like the most amazing thing ever. So as of right now, I'm really loving these bottles. So since I already had the glossy accents out, and because this applicator tip is so fine, I just used it to attach my sequins. And glossy accents is pretty sturdy and strong, and I like to use the multimedia matte because it is awesome to attach sequins, and if I tend to put too much down, if it oozes out, it dries matte. However, because this tip is so fine, I didn't have a problem with anything oozing out because I just put a little dot for each of the sequins to adhere, and these are just some basic clear sequins that I have in my stash. And that completes the card for my homework for the online card classes, Clean and Simple number 4. I really hope that you guys enjoy this card and this new technique. I will definitely be using it quite a bit. And it looks like I couldn't complete the card without a little bit more of the Wink of Stella shimmer on the part of the sentiment that says brighter. I apologize, I totally forgot that I put that on there. But again, I hope you guys enjoy this technique. I will definitely be using this quite a bit in the future. For a list of supplies that was used on this card, you can check out the description down below or head over to my blog. And I will see you guys in the next video.